Okay, so once again, good day, everyone, and today, welcome to DPA 406, Advanced Project Planning and Implementation. I am Dr. Abante, and I will be your professor for this course. Of course, I am glad that uh, to meet you all, and I'm looking forward to our journey this semester as we uh, delve, deep dive into the complexities of project planning uh, with the public sector specifically. And this, this course is designed not only to strengthen your technical skills, but also to widen your perspectives, as a future public executives who can design, lead and evaluate high impact government projects. So everything we will do here aligns with OBE principles of CHED, the Sustainable Development Goal targets, and even international innovation frameworks, like QS, quality, UN, WURI, and WURI at the same time. So the course description, this course provide an advanced knowledge and skills, in the design, planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of public sector projects. We just not only focus with DPWH, but even some other government agencies. No, it emphasizes strategic project management, stakeholder management, governance system, risk mitigation, and evidence-based decision making. You will analyze real-world government projects. In your presentation, I'm looking forward that you will be able to give some real-world scenario. You can ask or interview some government officials, or government agencies, and apply advanced planning tools and design implementations framework aligned with national development priorities. So this will be the course intended learning outcomes for the entire semester. Critically analyze public sector problems and development gaps. You can passively design comprehensive public sector project plans, using logical framework approach, result-based management, and theory of change. You can evaluate the feasibility of government projects, through technical, financial, economic, social, environmental, and risk analysis. Apply national and local planning frameworks. Develop project governance and implementation structure, conduct stakeholder analysis and engagement planning, construct project schedules and performance plans, and formulate sustainability, scaling, and institutionalization strategies. Okay? So medyo mahina ang net ko. Nag-o-on. Okay, so this will be the content, of the course for the entire semester. So today, our course orientation, frameworks, and expectation, because our goal is to set the foundation of DPA 406, and we will walk through the course overview. So our expectation, the OB alignment, and how this course connect to WURI innovations, principles, and SDGs. Project planning is not just a technical exercises, it's a commitment, to produce public value. I also want wait lang. Check mo muna yan. Okay.
May kinakain mo. Kapatapos, kung naubos ko, ay, ano to ah? Yung kinain. Okay.
Okay, so again, as I mentioned, uh, project planning is not just a technical exercise. It's a commitment to produce public value. I also want to hear your backgrounds and experiences so I can tailor example in cases that fit your work context. Later, you will take a short diagnostic assessment, maybe not graded, to map your current level of understanding. So week 2, no, we also focus on advanced project, or not week 2, but module 2 or chapter 2, advanced project design and feasibility analysis. No, for that day, we move deeper, no, into the nature and scope of public sector project planning, and we will discuss how public value is created and how the project life cycle evolves from an advanced practitioner's perspective after the lecture. So after the discussion, you will analyze selected government flagship projects and you may critique, no, their planning processes. No? So another is the advanced tools for project planning. No? This week, we talk about project governance, no? How decisions are made, who holds authority, and how accountability mechanisms work. No? So ethical dilemmas are common in public projects. So we will explore transparency and integrity in decision making. No? Our debate, of course, centralized versus decentralized governance, and we will sharpen our analytical and ethical reasoning through this topic. No? For topic number 4, no, project implementation in government setting, no, we will align our understanding with the Philippine planning ecosystems, no. So we will discuss the PDP, PIP, LDIP, and AIP, and understand how projects become part of these national and local development instruments. Now, the presenter may be provide workshop activity which allow us, no, to map the sample LGU project into these frameworks. And for week number 5, we focus on the monitoring, evaluation, and control. No, again, I always mention this one in my class. No, the Filipino people are very good in planning. No, what I really want to improve with us is the monitoring and evaluation. Ano pa? And these topics, no, focuses on advanced diagnostic tools, no, problem tree, SWOT analysis, PISTEL, and gap analysis. No, these tools help project planners, no, identify root causes and design meaningful intervention in our in possible, no, same workshop, no, possible with the presenter that assume rules of different stakeholders to practice multi-perspective decision making. Then next will be the project sustainability, no, and scale up and disclosure. So we look into to explore, no, advanced design models, no, the logical framework approach, the result-based management, and the theory of change, no, and we will work to produce a log frame matrix, which will be part of your project proposal later in the semester. No, and another, of course, is the feasibility study. No, I was not able to include. No, we focus on technical, economic, financial, social, environmental, and risk feasibility. So you will be able to compute NPV, IRR, and conduct many cost benefit analysis exercises. Because I believe these tools help determine if the public project should be approved or redesigned. Okay? So this will be our references for the entire semester. No, another, of course, is the institutional, no, institutional capacity and stakeholder analysis. I forgot, ano. This this topic, no, highlights the importance of organizational readiness and stakeholder power dynamics. So we are possible to create stakeholder maps and influence matrices for an LGU project of your choice, no? And this will help you understand how alliances and conflicts after project execution, no? So I wasn't able to include project tools, no, WBS, Gantt chart, CPM, and PERT diagram, no. So we will create work breakdown structures, Gantt charts, and identify the critical path using CPM and PERT method. No, because these tools helps project managers visualize timelines and detect possible delays. No, so you will prepare your own work breakdown structure for a chosen public project. Then risk assessment and scenario planning, no? Because I believe risk is inevitable, no? Especially in government projects. So this chapter, no, we will examine risk matrices, no, scenario building techniques, and mitigation strategies. So we will able to prepare a project risk register, which forms an important component of your project, no? Especially during your dissertation. The project implementation in government settings, no, implementation in government is vastly different from implementation in private firms because of the procurement law or RA 9184, because we will be able to examine procurement processes, financial management rules, and typical bottlenecks, no, uh, in government execution. So we will also participate possibly, no, kung pwede tayo mag-participate or kayo sa procurement simulation ng government agency, kung paano ay evaluate yung bids, no? Then another thing, better siguro yung managing project teams and stakeholders, because you as a doctor in public administration student be able to understand on how effective project delivery depends on leadership and collaboration. So we will explore public service leadership models, negotiation strategies, and conflict management. So I believe, no, there are some available discussions, no, of the public sector leadership models, no, and negotiation strategies wherein we could able to review and to watch if they have a YouTube video or an available live streaming in a government agency website, no, for us to understand a realistic in government setup when it comes to managing project teams and stakeholders. Ano po? And the change management, as I mentioned, ano, uh, I believe you are familiar with Kotar, no, ADCAR, and other change management frameworks, no, because many government employees resist change due to culture, possibly fear, or lack of communication. It is in our problem solving, of course, we will work through real world resistance scenario, no? And again, monitoring, evaluation, and reporting is also considered sustainability and scaling up, project presentation, and of course the final exams. No, because I believe, no, as public leaders, no, your ability to design, to plan and implement projects determines the quality of public service you will provide. And this course is not only a requirement, no, it is a preparation for the real challenges you will face in government. No? I hope that DPA for also strengthen your capacity to lead transformational, data-driven, ethical, and sustainable public service innovation. Okay? So, pure online po tayo. Of course, you are required to have a Zoom, no? And install Zoom and laptop or desktop or computer, no? So, pre-recorded video presentation as your requirements, case study, midterm exam, narrative report, individual presentation, quizzes, and final exam. So later on, within this week, I will share to you the Google Classroom, wherein you will be able to submit your requirements, and you will be able to also to utilize during your midterm and your final exam and quizzes. Okay, and this will be the grading system, of course. And good luck and enjoy the entire the semester. Okay. Do you have any questions? So I will send later the assigned topic per presenter, no? Then don't forget to comply all the requirements, and I will share, let's say, the format of your video, the format of your narrative report. Case study must be discussed na po doon sa inyong presentation. Let's say right after your presentation, you have a case study wherein you also provided the scenario, no, the discussions, at the same time the possible solutions for the said case studies. Na para wala na tayong requirements na magkapasa pa kayo ng case study. Instead, what you're going to do is just to uh, put additional case study in your presentation, during your presentation. Okay? So I wasn't able to create a Google Classroom right now, but within this week, I will send it to you. Okay? Do you have any questions so far prior to, before we end? So next meeting, there's somebody who are assigned to discuss a topic. No, I will send it later, right after my serve in charge. No, because my co-sisters asked me to.
So, wait lang.